Number one, I am a rock rib conservative, unabashedly so. Many of you listen to the program know that. And when I talk about conservatism, do for self is as conservative as it comes. I'm a capitalist. I believe in the free enterprise system. I believe that people need to get paid. They call me get paid wage. I want everybody to eat. Everybody's got to eat. Now here's the deal. I invite your participation going forward. I want you to continue to watch Cwu-Tv and listen to the Kim Wade Show at WYAB 103.9 FM, WYAB.com, Monday through Fridays from 4 to 6. Continue to listen in, add your input, and see if we can't be the example for all of America to point to and say, they're doing it right down in Jackson, Mississippi. Now there's a message in there for a believer. Welcome to Wade 2025 on CWU-TV on YouTube and CW-TV Network on Facebook. Leave your comments, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Well, today, folks, I'm pleased to announce and welcome to the show Hinds County Supervisor to be Malcolm Johnson. Malcolm, how goes it, buddy?
Everything is going well, Mr. Wade, and I want to first say thank you for the invitation.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Malcolm, I was excited when you announced your candidacy for District 5 Supervisor. Malcolm, first of all, tell people a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, my name is Malcolm Johnson. I was born and raised in Clinton, Mississippi, been in Hinds County all of my life. Raised out around in the Pocahontas area, off around the Pine Haven area, Kickapoo Road area. So Hinds County has been where I have breathed most of my air in my life, drunk most of the water, and what I know a lot about is Hinds County.
Well, that's great. That's great. So, and you've been around Malcolm. One of the things I noticed about Malcolm when I first met him is that he is obviously a very upbeat person, very positive, always in a good mood. Now, Malcolm, as you know, Hinds County has its challenges, and you've offered yourself up for District 5 Supervisor. What is it that you see about District 5 and Hinds County that you think you can make a difference? Tell us why you're running.
Well, first of all, I'm running for District 5 Supervisor because I am a resident of District 5. And truth be told, District 5 have more challenges than the rest of the other districts in Hinds County. Number one, it has the most mass land, meaning it covers the most mileage. And when you cover a lot of mileage, you need people in office that's able to work across the aisle, work for everyone. You got the people in the county, you got the city, you got downtown, you got the black areas, and then you got Terry too, which is a Republican area. So you need to be able to work for everyone. So that's why I offer myself a service for District 5, because I feel like that I can work for the whole district, not just friends in the district, but for everyone in District 5, Kim.
Folks, we're talking with Malcolm Johnson. He's a candidate for District 5 Supervisor's position, and he's offering himself up for that position. Now, District 5 has its challenges. Like you say, it's one of the largest district land-wise, mass-wise, or size, and it covers a lot of different people. But at the county level, is it really about black, white, Democrat, Republican, or is it about services? What's your thoughts?
Well, it's about the people. The people is first, no matter where they're from, where they live, what color they are, what race they are, what town they're in, how much money they make. Right. It's about the people. But a lot of times, Mr. Wade, you know and I know, when some people get elected, sometimes they feel like just because a group of people put them in office and they feel like they can continue to win the office by that group of people, then what they do, Kim, is just cater to that group of people. So what Malcolm Johnson want to bring to District 5 is to cater to the whole district, to cater to the farmers, to cater to the legislators downtown, to cater to the community over by Jackson State, to cater to the people in Utica, Lerner. And you got Gibbs Steakhouse in Lerner, a trademark in the Hinds County area. Hey, around there's a lot of work need doing in these areas, Kim. And you can't forget about Terry, Mississippi.
Right.
Hey, Terry, Mississippi have cows, have horses, but they also have a town, and you have a school, education system. So all these things need to be tended to, And that's why I'm running Kim Wade to work for everybody in District 5 of Hinds County.
Well, you know, you mentioned a few of the areas. Give us an idea of what is the boundary of District 5? You know, give us the parameters. If you
Well, what I would like to start at Woodrow Wilson. I can say the line starts north of Woodrow Wilson and goes south. It goes through the Georgetown community, all the way through Washington Addition, which is over by Jackson State, through the north end downtown area. That's over by the railroad track of Mill Street. Then it cuts up through Bellhaven and goes south through downtown Jackson to South Jackson towards the 55 interstate area. So, and it stops at Terry Road. Then it goes south through Byron, and it goes south through Terry 2 Wendell Road, Lex. You know about the good steakhouse out that way.
Right.
All of that's part of District 5 and go all the way to the bottom of Terry to the Capel County line. And then from there, it goes west and goes all the way through Utica to Cayuga, and it goes now through Lerner. Cayuga and Lerner was added to District 5 in the last redrawing of the district maps. And what I want to do, Kim Wade, is go down there and work for everyone in the area.
All right. Folks, we're talking with Hinds County Supervisor candidate for District 5, Malcolm Johnson. He's offering himself up for service. He's given us his reasons why he wants to serve. Malcolm, what are some of the comments that you're getting as you're going out meeting with the people?
Well, Kim, it's been a long day today. After visiting the 3 churches, at every church that I visit on today, one question that I heard from most people were, when you elected, sir, will you just answer the telephone? So that's a big concern. And Kim, I know you know that the last 3 years I have served as a special project officer for Hinds County. Now, a lot of people may think that's a supervisor's position. The SPOs, we work up under the county administrator. And up under the county administrator, we're assigned to assist supervisors, but not just supervisors. We could be called on by anybody in the county, the election commissioners, clerks, anyone can call us to do a job that's Hinds County related. You have vehicles, and so you're able to do county business with the vehicles that pertains to Hinds County. But Kim, I said that to say this. District 5 do not have no SPOs working in District 5. So what I'm going to do, Kim Wade, is make sure that the needs of the people, like I've said from day one, is met. The next thing people has confronted me the most about is being accountable. People are concerned about the accountability of the current supervisor in District 5. You know, for the last 3 years I worked in the county, there's not been a month. After the first 8 months on the job, going towards maybe the first year, I'm gonna give it the first year, Robert Graham was still the president, and things was going pretty smooth. And this is not no endorsement for Robert Graham, neither his opponents, but it's just saying what happened. In the second year, by midway through the second year, there's not been a week that the state auditor office have not been going in the building on Monday morning, Kim Wade. So when you have those kind of activities going, that means that it's some accountability of some things is not going right. So what I want to bring to the district and to the Hinds County citizens is for the people to know that you have someone down there that the state auditors can spend their time in another building working, and that you can spend your time with your supervisor on the telephone, let them know where you need covars, where you need grass cut, and where you need roads paved. And not just paving roads, but putting down the yellow lines on the road, Kim Wade.
Folks, we're talking with Malcolm Johnson. He's a candidate for District 5 supervisor's position. He is presently a SPO. What did you say that term stand for, the acronym? A
special projects officer. I resigned to run for supervisor. I decided that, Kim, that it was time to move forward in the race.
I got you.
And I resigned on the 17th of January. And I listen, Kim, I left out of one room and walked into the other room and qualified for supervisor of District 5. The people are saying that enough is enough. And that's what I'm hearing, Kim Wade.
Folks, again, Malcolm Johnson, District 5 supervisor candidate, and he's given his reasons, compelling reasons I might add, as to why he would make a great supervisor for District 5. I have to say that I would and do endorse Malcolm. I've known him and I've seen him grown. Malcolm is not the only person I've seen grow here in politics. I saw DeKeitha come from a young pup and become a more sophisticated politician, and elected official, and I see that same potential in Malcolm. So we just want to have him on the show today to talk more about what he intends to do as Hinds County Supervisor and the things that he has seen, how he can employ the time he spent in the special projects officer positions there at Hinds County. I didn't know some of the things that you guys had done. I didn't know that you were at the beck and call of some of the other Hinds County officials. And you mentioned about the state auditor's office. In fact, on Friday, I was at the Chancery Court building going through some old land records, et cetera. And I asked this gentleman, I said, well, it looked like you know a little bit about things around here. Could you answer a question for me? And he demurred. He said, well, actually, no, I am with the state auditor's office. We're down here doing some research. And I said, oh, okay, I thought you worked here, because he had his little badge on and it was turned around. I couldn't tell who he worked for. But you're right, the state auditor seems to have a satellite office in Hinds County positions, or in the buildings rather. I am a rock rib conservative, unabashedly so. Many of you listen to the program know that. And when I talk about conservatism, do for self is as conservative as it comes. I'm a capitalist. I believe in the free enterprise system. I believe that people need to get paid. They call me get paid wage. I want everybody to eat. Everybody's got to eat. Now here's the deal. I invite your participation going forward. I want you to continue to watch Cwu-Tv and listen to the Kim Wade Show at WYAB 103.9 FM, WYAB.com, Monday through Fridays from 4 to 6. Continue to listen in, add your input, and see if we can be the example for all of America to point to and say, they're doing it right down in Jackson, Mississippi. Now there's a message in there for a believer. Welcome to Wade 2025 on CW-TV on YouTube and CW-TV Network on Facebook. Leave your comments, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. All right, folks, we're back. In the studios with us is Hinds County candidate for District 5 Supervisor's position, Malcolm Johnson. Now, Malcolm, you have given us a lot of background information on yourself. You grew up in the Clinton area, always a Hinds County resident. Now you live in the Byram area, which is in District 5. Now, you had 3 years observing the workings of the Hinds County Board of Supervisors, and I noticed that you took particular care not to endorse any particular candidate or show favor or throw shade on anyone. But what is your measure of the Hinds County Board of Supervisors and how you think you can be a positive influence down there?
Well, Kim, I would first like to say that Hinds County is a very special place. Mm-hmm. It's a special place because, number one, it's the largest county in the state of Mississippi. Mm-hmm. But, Kim, what we must do is learn to bring unity and work together in Hinds County. And it's something that's missing in Jackson, and it's missing in Hinds County. I don't know if it's something in the water, I don't know if it's something in the food, if it's something in the watermelon or something in the Kool-Aid, but it's something there that is hard for us to work and get along. So Kim Wade, what Malcolm Johnson is going to do is bring something to the table called relationship builder. And day one, Kim Wade, I'm going to sit down with each one-on-one and let them know that I'm not going to be a part of the 3. I'm not going to be the number 4. If I had to be out on Ireland by myself, Kim, I'm going to do that until I instill into the rest of the people. Let's work together. When you work together and solidify, it's easy to go down to the state legislator and ask for monies to get things done. Kim Wade, I am not, and I want you to hear this, you know me, I'm not a token brother. I don't go alone to get along. I don't hold my tongue. But what I do believe in is respect the other people that has been elected and working together. I believe if there's a slice of pie, Kim, and there's 5 supervisors, I believe in the spirit of rotation means that District 1 have a pick, District 2 have a pick, District 3 have a pick, District 4 have a pick, and then it's District 5's time. And when it's District 5 time, I'm going to the people. Do you hear me, Kim? Okay. I'm going to the mayors and the aldermen and get recommendations because they're the ones that's out doing a lot of the leg work in these communities. So what I'm going to do, Kim Way, is work with my elected officials that's in District 5, and then we're going to talk about it, discuss it, and then I'm going to represent the District 5 what's best for the whole district, Kim. Not for me, not for a friend, not for a political favor, not for Kim Wade, not for Joe Wade or Larry Wade, but we're going to work for the people of District 5, Kim.
Our folks, again, we're talking with Malcolm Johnson. He's a candidate for District 5 supervisor's position. Malcolm, I've neglected to ask you, do you have a web presence, how people can get hold of you in your campaign?
Yes, sir. We can be reached at www.malcolmjohnsonforsupervisor.com. They are right now working on it. You can go to the web page now, some more things they're adding to it this week. Also, Kim Wade, I have a phone number that can be reached, 601-473-6545. And if you really want to keep up with me, my personal Facebook page is always a green light. That means you can keep up with me through Facebook. But I prefer, if you have any questions,
and call you directly.
To give me a call directly. And matter of fact, Kim Wade, I'm going to have this same phone number once I take office. I'm not going down there getting a taxpayer's phone to run a bill up. I'm going to still have 601-473-6545. But I do know as a supervisor, you get a government phone because your emails and a lot of things come to the phone, you know, emergencies and things like that you get. But when you call me, I want you to call me at 601-473-6545. And Kim, I would like to say this.
Right.
The first day elected, do you know the first thing I want to do, Kim?
What's that, Malcolm?
I want to get on my knee and get in the chair and pray and ask God for strength and knowledge to do the best that I can do for the people of District 5. And then what we do, what you call a SWOT alternative, mean we would look and we would look for our strengths, our weaknesses, opportunities, and our threats. And we will write them down, Kim.
Right.
And then what I'm going to do that evening, I'm going to give my mayors a call, and that would be the Mayor of Terry, Mayor Kendrick, the Mayor Broome in Utica, the Mayor in Lerner, which is Mayor Gibson, and the Mayor of Byron, Mayor Richard White, and whoever the mayor at the time of Jackson, Mayor Lamuma, and I'm going to ask those and the Board of Aldermen and Councilmen that serves in District 5. That's 1 or 2 in Byron. I believe all other ones in Terry and Lerner and Utica. And I think I have 1 in, I have 2 in Jackson. That'll be Stokes and Vernon Hartley.
Right.
And Kim, I'm gonna take everybody to Gibbs Steakhouse. I'm gonna have them to meet me there for dinner. And what we're going to do, Kim, we're gonna lay out our plan and our blueprint and how we gonna work together. Did you hear what I said, Kim?
Yeah.
Work together to make District 5 a better place.
Awesome. Again, a Hinds County District 5 candidate, Malcolm Johnson, laying out his plans for the position and how he's going to be able to help the citizens of Hinds County and particularly District 5. Now, Malcolm, you said that your job before you resigned to run for office, you worked with the various department heads, et cetera. So you got you kind of got a little background on some of the needs that these department heads may have, brother. Say Chancery, Brother Stokes, Brother Fair, Brother Sister.
I have great relationships with everyone in the county. EOC, Joey. I'm a volunteer fireman too, up in the McClean Road, Pocahontas area.
Right.
And I also, I'm looking forward to, once elected supervisor, to take my membership from the north side of town to the south side of town, which is the Terry, Byram, and Lerner and Utica area, Kim. And let me tell you this, Kim. I'm very passionate when it comes to our EOC department because I know the work they put in. When we have tornadoes, these are the guys that's out there in the bad weather. So I'm in full support of doing everything we can as a county supervisors to make sure that these departments continues to run well, or see what can we do to make those departments better with federal grants in order to move these departments in the right direction.
Again, Malcolm Johnson, candidate for District 5 Supervisor's position. Now, Malcolm, what are some of the pressing things that Hinds County is dealing with, or you intend to address, or people are asking you about?
Well, Kim, number one, we're going to restore the integrity of District 5. Kim, integrity plays a big part of trust. Where there's no trust, it's normally because there's no integrity. Kim, we are going to make sure that someone is answering the phone in the office at all times, because I'm going to be out in the field with my boots on, talking to the people, finding out what can we do to make Hinds County District 5 better.
Right.
I said that to say this. Someone answering the phone means we still got to have someone receiving the complaints. We still got to have someone handling the websites and getting things ready in the office for the supervisors to go out and do the job, getting agendas ready for the board meeting. But when I say I'm going to hit the ground running, Kim, I won't be sitting in the office eating donuts, drinking coffee, walking up and down the hall every morning reading the newspaper. I'm going to be a supervisor that when I get there, I'm already been drunk my coffee. And guess what, Kim?
What's that? We're
going to be in somebody's yard trying to find out, ma'am, how long has this driveway been like this? And you know, people need aprons in their driveway. And the county is responsible for 10 foot off the road. So what we're going to be doing is answering the calls, doing what the guy who's in there now is not doing. He is not taking care of the people. He's taking care of friends and friends and friends and family members and friends. So what we're going to do, Kim Way, is go in there and hit the ground running first. We already told you we're going to restore those relationships with the people that's already serving locally. So those are two of the things.
Folks, we've been talking with Malcolm Johnson. This segment here, he's given us some step-by-steps intentions of what he's going to do when he gets in there. Again, you can check him out. Malcolm, your phone number quickly?
601-473-6545.
Let's take a break, folks. More of Malcolm Johnson when we come back. Number one, I am a rock rib conservative, unabashedly so. Many of you listen to the program know that. And when I talk about conservatism, do for self is as conservative as it comes. I'm a capitalist. I believe in the free enterprise system. I believe that people need to get paid. They call me get paid wage. I want everybody to eat. Everybody's got to eat. Now here's the deal. I invite your participation going forward. I want you to continue to watch Cwu-Tv and listen to the Kim Wade Show at WYAB 103.9 FM, WYAB.com, Monday through Fridays from 4 to 6. Continue to listen in, add your input, and see if we can't be the example for all of America to point to and say, they're doing it right down in Jackson, Mississippi. Now there's a message in there for a believer. Welcome to Wade 2025 on CWU-TV on YouTube and CWU-TV Network on Facebook. Leave your comments, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Folks, we're back with Malcolm Johnson, District 5 Supervisor candidate. He's here in the studios with us. Malcolm, I kind of dominated the conversation. Tell us what you want us to know about your campaign, what you intend to do, and just bless us with your words, as Kenny Stokes would say.
Well, Kim Wade, I want to first let the people know I am Malcolm Johnson, and we're going to restore accountability. We're going to start that by answering your phone calls again in District 5. We're going to start the neighborhood town hall meetings in District 5, and not just around election time. The guy who's sitting in the seat now after he started qualifying, now he want to have meetings and fool the people again. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. we're going to hit the ground running, and we're going to also, Kenway, restore the position of a grant writer. Hinds County do not have a grant writer, and we're missing millions and millions of dollars that could be going to new cars for the sheriff department, that could be going for equipment for public works department, that could be going, Kim, EOC, everyone depends on the grant writing department in order to survive in the county. So we are struggling, Kim, because we do not have a grant writer in Hinds County. And a lot of people may say they don't have a grant writer. Well, Kim, when you get those kind of monies, you got to be held accountable. And so when you have people that do not want to be held accountable in office, they do not want, they don't care about grants. And the grants is there. Benny Thompson said on TV one day there was $4 trillion and Hinds County did not have one sheet of paper on his desk. Do you hear me, Kim? He did not have one sheet of paper on his desk. Also, Kim, we want to restore maintenance and beautification to our buildings. If you go to the Chancery Courthouse right now, Kenway, elevators not working. The carpet on the elevators. Kenway, listen, man, you're a Republican. You wouldn't put that carpet in a Democrat's bathroom. Do you hear me, Kim? I'm just telling you, brother, it's awful,
Actually, I'm
brother.
Conservative, but
yeah,
that's
conservative.
fair enough. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, what I'm saying is we must maintain our maintenance and beautification of our buildings. The air conditioning is not working. Judge Tiffany Grove courtroom air conditions was not working a while back. Also, the courtrooms are leaking in circuit court, Kim. Our district attorney came over to the Board of Supervisors meeting last month and said, hey, I got special judges that can't have court because we got 30 buckets in the courtroom, Kenway. Wow. So we're going to focus on getting these things done. Mold in the buildings, Kim. Paint is peeling off the walls. And these are historic buildings, Kenway. Right. These are just not everyday Joe Blow buildings, Kenway. Also, we're going to restore the physical responsibility. And that means we're going to watch over the money to make sure that there's no wasting, Kenway. Right. We're going to make sure that the monies, now, you know, some things must be paid for by law.
That's right.
We understand that. We're not trying to shut the county down. But we're going to do that extra spending, extra putting money to proceeds of places that don't belong, Kenway. Right. We're going to take a stand for it, and we're going to do the right thing. You know, Kim, in your language, we're going to trim the fat and make sure that the lean things are getting paid for. It's too many county cars riding around on the weekend, Kenway. I was talking to someone, and I believe there was an investigation where a county car was used to do some Ubering work over the weekend, Kenway. Get out of here. So those are the kind of things that the supervisor that Malcolm Johnson gonna raise hell about and gonna let the people know that we're not gonna have it. I'm gonna do it the right way, Kenway. We're not gonna do it the wrong way. We're gonna let the people know that their tax dollars are in good hands by letting the people know what's going on and holding everyone else accountable to make sure the Hinds County money is secured and safe because it belongs to the taxpayers, not the politicians.
Folks, we're talking with Malcolm Johnson, candidate for District 5 Supervisor's position, and as you can hear, he's going to be a bulldog on behalf of the people of District 5 and the people of Hinds County. You just heard him say it out of his own mouth. So we just ask that you give him your consideration as you go forward. One of the things I do want to make note of is his fidelity and desire for good stewardship of our dollars. That's what we're asking for. You know, as a conservative who votes Republican and vote for the man who's going to get the job done regardless.
That's right.
What I want is good government. I don't care if you're black, white, or sky blue, green, or have an eye in the middle of your forehead. I want my tax dollars spent wisely. And Malcolm, you're promising to do that. Am I correct?
Kenway, my word is my bond. I've known you now, I'm probably going on 12 years. And I can say in our 12 years, if I told you I was going to be at your station, was I there?
You were there.
If you text me and ask me a question, even when we didn't agree on what was going on, right? I always respond, and I always responded in a time matter. And that's what I'm gonna do for the citizens of District 5 is answer all phone calls, whether you support me or you're not supporting me. If you just give me an opportunity, I promise you, Kenway, I will not let the people of District 5 down.
Well, you know, Malcolm, as you know, I was not a supporter of Hinds County District 2 Supervisor David L. Archie in his first run at office, but he has proven to be a very effective supervisor. And Malcolm, you and I have had our disagreements over the years, but I also have taken measure of where you have grown to, and I believe you can deliver as David has. Much to my surprise, David did, but he's doing a good job. Do you intend to similarly apply yourself as David has?
Well, I agree with a lot of things David do, and some things I don't agree. We have our disagreements on our side, but as a supervisor, I'll be my own man.
All right.
And I'll vote what's the best interest of the people of District 5.
Right.
And I'm going to say this on the record.
Right.
Kim, what I will do is hold David accountable too.
Right.
Not because I worked under him for 3 years that I would just follow him around like a little puppy.
Right.
If I see David going to the left, Ken Wade, guess what we're going to do? We're going to bring him back to the right. But we're going to do it decent and in order. And when we walk out the back room, we're going to be on one accord, Ken Wade. We're not coming out there in the audience to put on a show for the TV. What we're going to do is talk about it. You know, David always tried to call timeouts during the meeting. And he tried to, go and restore order in the back and get it together. But a couple of other guys wanted to move forward on with the meeting and not stop. So, and I'm not taking up for no one. I want to say that, Ken Wade. But what I'm saying, I'm going to represent District 5 wholeheartedly to the best of my ability. And the best of my ability is to work with the people, answer the calls, represent the people, and vote for the interests of all people of District 5. Ken Wade, we know that this is the year of the governor races, and we know a lot of the people in District 5 may be tied up in the governor race.
Right.
You got Chris McDaniel and Lieutenant Governor Deborah Holzman in the race.
Right.
And so just because these people may not get in the race and vote for Malcolm, which I pray they do, and I pray they tell someone else to vote for me, I'm not going to say, well, I'm not going to pave the road out there because these people didn't vote for me. What we're going to do, Ken, we're going to make everybody happy. We're going to make them so proud. In 4 years, Kim, if I'm elected, I promise I won't have an opponent in 4 years.
That's a very bold statement. Folks, we're talking with Malcolm Johnson, Hinds County District 5 Supervisor candidate. Now, you mentioned the boundaries of District 5. I know I called on behalf of CNN CNN Railroad, over on Mill Street. Their regional office.
Yes, sir.
One of their offices there is on Mill Street, right there at Fortification. And the potholes were such that when their executives came in from other locations, they had to park across the street. They couldn't even park in front of the building. And I called, and it was Bobcat McGowan's District 5 President Supervisor District. And they had been neglected all this time. You know who came and fixed those potholes?
Tell us, Kim.
Hinds County District 1 Supervisor Robert Graham. Robert has been consistent. He works on anybody's district if he can be of assistance to him and it's within his purview. Will you be like that?
Ken Wade, I'm going to be the carbon copy because I'm not serving just District 5. I'm serving Hinds County. Ken Wade, we have a problem in Hinds County. It ain't no secret. It's out in the open. Everything is out in the open. If we don't get it right this election right here, Ken Wade, we are almost doomed. And I'll be looking for the legislator in 4 years to be doing the same thing that they're doing with some of these local cities. But I'm going to say this, Ken Wade, as an SPO, and I want to go on record and say this. We get phone calls from all over the county. You do know that, right?
Yes, sir.
I just don't get calls from Pocahontas and Clinton and Bolton and Edwards. I got calls from Terry. I got calls from Jackson. And I would always respect.
Well, folks, we've been talking with Malcolm Johnson. Malcolm, I hate to cut you off, but we're coming to the end of the show. One more time, tell people your social media presence and your phone number.
www.malcolmjohnsonforsupervisor.com, 601-473-6545.
Malcolm, we thank you for coming in. All the best. District 5 Supervisor candidate, Malcolm Johnson. Number 1, I am a rock rib conservative, unabashedly so. Many of you listen to the program know that. And when I talk about conservatism, do for self is as conservative as it comes. I believe in the free enterprise system. I believe that people need to get paid. They call me Get Paid Wade. I want everybody to eat. Everybody's got to eat. Now here's the deal. I invite your participation going forward. I want you to continue to watch Cwu-Tv and listen to the Kim Wade Show at WYAB 103.9 FM, WYAB.com, Monday through Fridays from 4 to 6. Continue to listen in, add your input, and see if we can't be the example for all of America to point to and say, they're doing it right down in Jackson, Mississippi. Now there's a message in there for a believer.